Good day, everyone. You're all welcome to cryptocurrency airdrop tutorials. Okay, the word cryptocurrency, we have to learn a little bit about it, what it means. We have to also learn about the blockchain, what is the blockchain, and what are airdrops, what's an airdrop, what's it used for, and so on and so forth. Okay, and why am I supposed to be getting free tokens, free crypto? Why do I need to get them, and what are they? How valuable are they? And where do I, cash them out? How do I sell those free airdrops? Okay, now that's what this tutorial is going to help us do. And also the tutorial is going to teach us a little bit about how to create some wallets. Ethereum ERC20 wallet is also going to teach us how to create Telegram account, how to create a Twitter account, how to retweet people's tweets, and so on and so forth. Those are just the simple things you need to be doing to actually get these free airdrops. Okay, now let's get started. First of all, you need to know what a blockchain is. The blockchain was created as a form of what is it called, network whereby information can be seen uh, in a real-time basis. That is, anyone from anywhere can actually go to this public ledger and see any transaction detail or information that the person needs to see at that point. So everything is actually public. You're actually seeing everything on the public ledger. So your transaction between Mr. A and Mr. B is on the public ledger for verification. Okay, and it's also just beyond the public ledger thing. It's also a form of cryptograph that protects the identity, or like conceals the identity of the sender and the receiver. So it gives a lot of anonymity, and people love that a lot. Okay, but then another thing also about the blockchain is it helps us in case of decentralization. Okay, most things we are using today are actually centralized. The bank is centralized. We're having a central banking system. It's controlled by the central bank, by the Federal Reserve, by the government, and so on and so forth. Virtually everything we do in life is centralized. So now the blockchain's vision is to decentralize everything that has been centralized. And in this sense, anyone from anywhere in any part of the world can actually control his information, his data, his transactions, and you know you're in charge of everything yourself. Okay, that's the beauty of the blockchain. The blockchain's success came in 2009, 2010 when Satoshi Nakamoto came up with the blockchain concept. It was really beautiful. Actually, some people way back in the 90s actually talked about stuff like this, but they were not really successful in creating it. Okay, but then this group of people, or probably a person who created it, because he actually conceived his own identity himself. Okay, whosoever created it did that very well, and he did it in 2009, 2010. He came up with the Bitcoin that we know today. Okay, now the Bitcoin he created then was supposed to be used as a means of transfer of value, transferring value from one person to another in such a borderless manner. That is, you can transfer from one country to another, from any place to any other place, and at a very fast rate compared to when you're using your Western Unions and the best, and the other ones like MoneyGrams and the rest. Okay, but then the beauty of this Bitcoin thing is that it's an open source software. That is, everybody has access to it. It is controlled, it is managed, it is recreated, it is rebuilt by the community. Anything, any new addition to the software is not centralized. Nobody is going to do that himself without the approval of the entire community. So people want to contribute to stuff like this publicly, and when they do those contributions, the entire community look at it and say, okay, well, let's go with this. Okay, so there is so much room for innovation in the Bitcoin, in the blockchain, and so on and so forth. So that's actually one of the most beautiful aspects of the blockchain and the Bitcoin, because it is decentralized. No one is in charge, no one is in control of it, and people love it. People are actively working on it every day. Okay, now since the Bitcoin is a success, every other person started coming up with their own solution after looking at some disadvantages, or will I say some weaknesses in the Bitcoin, then they come up with a solution and they call it their own coin or their own cryptocurrency. Now, every other cryptocurrency that is not the Bitcoin, we call them the altcoins, and that's called the alternative coins, the altcoins. That's what we call them. Okay, so let's see what the altcoin is. Okay, let me just call it altcoin, so at least that will be so straightforward. Wikipedia will take us to altcoin straight. Right. Okay. Altcoin took us to cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a digital asset designed to work as a medium of exchange that uses cryptography. Okay, I've actually explained a bit of that, and it's decentralized. It's produced by the entire cryptocurrency system collectively at a rate which is defined, and so on and so forth. Okay, now let's see if we can find our altcoin thing here. What an altcoin is according to the Wikipedia. Okay, or I'll just search it. Altcoin. Right, Bitcoin, created in 2009, was the first decentralized cryptocurrency. Since then, numerous other cryptocurrencies have been created. These are frequently called altcoins as a blend of alternative coins. Okay, where else do we have altcoin in this place? Okay, all right, at least that will be enough for us for now. Okay, now every other cryptocurrency, we regard them as altcoins. Yeah, but most of them are actually having a better solution than the Bitcoin. Yeah, but Bitcoin is widely accepted as the first, and also it has the largest community. So that is why the Bitcoin is always appreciating in value the way that it is. Okay, and then now most new projects, when they are coming out, they do what is called the initial coin offering. They do what is called initial coin offering. Let me just go to the top here. It's called the initial coin offering. Okay, we call it the ICO. Okay, now we know about public initial public offer by companies, that have been established, and then they now want to bring the general public into their business. Okay, but for cryptocurrency, initial coin offering is like a pre-order into the company even before the company is established. Okay, now what they offer is a solution. They offer a solution that is like a proposal to the future, that in the future we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we have a roadmap, we're going to so place, and so on and so forth. And then if the solution, if the project is beautiful, if people believe that this is going to be a project that is going to be profitable, people put their money into it, they spend their um, fiat currencies like dollars and naira and the rest. They use it to buy Bitcoin, and then they invest into those ICOs. Okay, now that is one of the way new cryptocurrencies generate fund to be able to start their project. Okay, another one is called the pre-ICO. We also have the pre-ICO. We also have what is called the bounty, and then we have what is called the airdrop. I'll touch all of them one by one. Okay, the pre-ICO means before ICO. Before ICO. Okay, now before the ICO, they try to gather more funds. The kind of fund they get from pre-ICO is not the type that comes from initial coin offering. Initial coin offering, they are a bit like, let the entire community come and invest in this particular thing. But for the pre-ICO, they put a peg that, okay, we can only accept minimum of one Bitcoin investment, minimum of one Ethereum and stuff like that. The reason is because they need more fund at that stage to be able to get started. So if you buy during the pre-ICO, you get more bonus from them. And then also, if you can buy into the ICO at the early stages, you also get some bonus from them. Okay, now those are really a good way to market their products, to get investors to invest and the rest, but it is not yet enough, because those people who do not have money to invest will not be able to have those coins, and as such they would neglect the importance and the benefit of that project. They will not even follow up on it the way they ought to. Probably they will never even hear about it, because they don't even search for ICOs, because they don't have money to buy the ICOs. So what these people now came off with is what we call the airdrop. This airdrop, they give you free coins for for meeting up a little bit of their requirements. They just need you to do a little bit, a few things for them by tweeting about them. They'll just have a tweet on their account, and all you need to do is on your Twitter, you follow them, and after following them, you retweet that tweet. And then some of them would require you to, to join them on Telegram, to join Telegram. Another one would want you to, follow them on Twitter, like I said earlier. Follow them on Twitter. Okay, then another one would want you to contribute to their thread on bitcointalk.org. Another may want you to share some information on Facebook. Now these are the primary things you need to do to actually get an airdrop. Each airdrop has its own rule. Not every one of them would want you to do all of this. Some of them would just want you to join their Telegram group and follow them on Twitter, and then maybe retweet a particular tweet. Some of them would be so generous enough to just say, okay, come to our website, just put your Ethereum wallet, and then when you're done putting your Ethereum wallet, we'll give you a referral ID, refer other people to our website, and as long as people are knowing about our products through our website, you get tokens for every referral that you refer in. Now, you don't basically have to refer people to ask people to come and pay for that product, especially when you don't trust the brand. Okay, because sometimes you're referring someone and you're afraid, what if that person now spends his money and later loses his money? Sometimes they just have to go there, enjoy knowing about the coin, and then you get your free tokens. That's all it's all about. You get your free coins, and those free coins usually are worth around $1, $2, $5, $10, and so on and so forth. Some of them even $50, $100, and the rest. Okay, but then at the current market value. Okay, so in other words, if you leave those things that you get for a particular period of time, you're likely going to have way over like 500 to 1000% what you had initially. So imagine on a daily basis, you come to sites like this on airdroplab.com or any other one that you're going to source out on your own. You come here and you fill out, say, 5 of these airdrops per day. You go the next day, you fill out another 5 airdrops. Let's say you're now doing an average of 150 airdrops in a month, and then at the end of a year, you have done 150 times 3 times 12 airdrops times 12 airdrops. So in your portfolio, you'll be having minimum of 1000 different cryptocurrencies, crypto coins. No matter the value of these crypto coins, if you take them on average, about let's say 10% of these coins would be worth at least $1. At least each $1. And then imagine you have 250 units of these ones, 250 units each, times $1. That is already $250, right? Then times the 10% of your 1000 different cryptocurrencies. That's your $250 times 100. So no matter what, at the end of the year, no matter what, you have actually gotten minimum of $2,500 worth of crypto coins. If you do these simple things, just by tweeting 5 different crypto coins per day, you'll be sure of at least $2,500 for paying nothing. So it is an awesome way of making money, but at the same time, it is also a very beautiful way of lecturing yourself, teaching yourself about the blockchain, teaching yourself about the crypto coins, knowing projects that are likely to succeed and the ones that are not likely to succeed, because from there you'll be able to read through, you'll be able to filter the what is it called, the shaft from the real thing. You'll be able to know what to do at any point in time because you have become so experienced in the system. So there are a lot of benefits you get from participating in airdrops. Okay, All right, now let's now move to creating of a wallet. Most of these airdrops, what they do is they allow you to use some wallets. Some of them are created on the Ethereum platform. Some of them are created on. Okay, let's see. Let me type them too. We have the Ethereum-based crypto coins, and then we have some on Wave tokens. We have Wave tokens, Waves tokens, and then we also have the Neo tokens, and so on and so forth. So depending on the requirement of your airdrop, you may need to create the wallet. Okay, but I'm going to teach us in this particular one how to create an Ethereum wallet. The particular wallet you need is the Ethereum E um, uh, ER20 wallet. Uh, I've actually forgotten the name, kind of. Okay, but we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that from the website. My head is too full. Okay, let's before we get to creating these wallets, I need to explain a little bit something about what's it called, the crypto coins for you, because sometimes you are asking yourself all these things these people are saying, what is it self? Yeah, because you look at it, how can I buy this Bitcoin? How can I get my Bitcoin in Naira? How can I get it in dollars? How can I convert it to my money and spend it? How can I use them? Okay, so let me do a little bit of explanation on that. We have what is called the Bitcoin exchanges. We have the Bitcoin exchanges. We have the Bitcoin exchanges, and then we have the altcoin exchanges. All right, now the Bitcoin exchanges is more like your first entry into the cryptocurrency community. So let's see an example of it. An example is local Bitcoins. You can see the example here, localbitcoins.com. Okay, so let's go to the browser and visit local Bitcoins. Okay, when you visit local Bitcoins for the first time, one of the first things you're likely going to see is you have to check that you're not a robot for the website to see that you're actually a human being. Okay, and after that you have to now see you're going to see a screen in front of you, people who are willing to sell their bitcoins to you. You can see you can buy from this person and so on and so forth, and they have their limits. This person is willing to only sell to people who have up to 450,000 and above. This one for 300,000 and above, 60,000 and above, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then you can see their rates. This one is selling his bitcoin for 4,469,378 naira 67 kobo. Okay, and so on and so forth. Now these are their rates and these are their limits. This is where you can actually buy what you can actually buy your bitcoin from. But if you have bitcoin to sell, you just click on sell bitcoins, or you click on quick sell. Anyone, you click on sell bitcoins, you see the rates. These are the value that they are willing to buy your own bitcoin from you. Okay, they have their rates and they have their limits. Okay, so this is a place that you can actually buy your bitcoins, and then when you are done buying your bitcoin, you have to find out if you want to buy your bitcoin to keep it as a store of value, or you want to buy your bitcoins and increase the value of your bitcoin. Now there are different decisions you should make when you are coming into this crypto space. You have to actually be sure of what you want to do. Okay, some investors are coming to buy bitcoin to keep bitcoin for a long term hold. Okay, now the reason is because maybe the investor have determined that, okay, bitcoin is going to go to $100,000 in 5 years. Bitcoin is going to go to say $1,000,000 in 20 years. Okay, and I'm buying it now for just $10,000. Okay, I want to buy as many as possible and just keep it. Okay, if you're that type of investor, after buying from this place, you go to places like blockchain.info. You go to blockchain.info. a secure place to put your coins. On this place, you create a wallet, and then you transfer whatever value you bought to that place, and then you have your store of value. You keep it there. Whenever it grows to the level that you want it to grow, you can send it back to the place where you need it in naira, and then you cash it out. Okay, so that is for someone who is actually investing in Bitcoin, just Bitcoin. Okay, but how about if you want to um, uh, you need instant profit from this Bitcoin thing. You keep hearing people say, I bought Bitcoin when it was $1,000 and now it is $10,000. I've made so much money, this, and then you keep seeing friends who are saying, okay, just last month I made 100% of my money from Bitcoin, and you're like, I want to make money in the short term. I want to make money in like 2 months. I want to make some money in 3 months. Okay, now for you to do that, you have to use other exchanges called the altcoin exchanges. You have to be a good trader to actually do this. It's not encouraged for you to do that if you don't know how to do it. Okay, you have to be able to move your Bitcoin that you bought. Say you bought 0.0124227 BTC from localbitcoins.com. You have to move it to any of the altcoin exchanges and exchange it between over 3,000 different altcoins that exist. Okay, before I move to altcoins, let's look at other examples of where you can buy your Bitcoins. You can buy your Bitcoins from remitano.com. You can buy from Passbook, you can buy from Luno, you can buy from Bitcoin exchanges. Sorry. You can buy from Luno. You can also buy from Naira for dollar. There are so many of them, and I can only encourage you to take any of these top four. They are very very okay. So when you buy them, you do anything you want to do with it, but be careful. Make sure a wise decision is in your head before you start. Okay. That is that. And the next thing is the altcoin exchanges. Now, you must be a very good trader to start using those things. And I'm going to give you some examples of the altcoin exchanges here. I've listed it already. I've listed about five. We have LiveCoin.net, Cryptopia.co.nz. We have CoinExchange.io, Bitress.com, Polonis.com, and Binance. There are so many of them. I think currently we have over 14 popular ones, very, very popular ones that are doing well. We even have the Hit, BTC, and the rest. Okay, but you have to make your choice if you are the expert in the market. But for a beginner, you want to learn, you should find someone who is very good in trading, who is going to teach you and guide you. If you want to learn on your own, you are the type who is willing to risk your money, then you can just start with a very very small money that you are willing to lose, and you move them to any of these exchanges and you start following the charts. Okay, now let me open some of the charts here. Some of the exchanges. We have coin exchange. Let me just show you how it looks like on coin exchange, and we'll move out of that immediately. Now this is coinexchange.io, and then this market is Ethereum to BTC. Now what happens is I have BTC. I'm either going to be selling my BTC to buy Ethereum, or I'm going to be selling my Ethereum to buy BTC. Okay, to do that I have to follow through the exchanges. I look at the orders. I see the buy orders and the sell orders to make my decision. But also that is not enough to make decisions. You have to check the trading information for a particular period of time to make your decisions, and you have to follow the news, the speculations, and so on and so forth to determine where your position would be in the market. Right, that is quite a lot of thing. It will take you minimum of 1 month to understand how to trade profitably on this altcoin exchanges. So you have to make your decisions and make it wisely. Okay, for now I'm going to have to end this particular video recording before I resume the next video recording, which would help you understand more about airdrops. Thank you.